Greetings. Welcome to the winter 2011-2012 virtual parent meeting. With 150 kids and double that in number of parents, it's pretty difficult to get everybody together. So we figured we'd try it this way. Hopefully it helps. Here's what we're going to cover. First, I'm going to give a little introduction. We have some administrative stuff we need to cover. I want to go through the Great Athletes model that we'll use each and every week and fill you in a little bit on an upcoming race day. Well, that's me, McBee, and my little guy, Matthew. If there is anything I can help with, please track me down. My hope for each and every family is that your children progress in their skiing to the point where they can ski any mountain in the world. Skiing has been a very special activity for my family. My hope is that each and every one of you get to experience that same joy. All our coaches are chosen for their ability to bring unique and special skills and experiences, whether it is someone with 30 years plus of coaching young athletes, or it's one of our younger coaches that are still able to pull helicopters without fear of their knees revolting. A few logistics. There's been some confusion about timing, admittedly self-induced with different schedules getting passed around. We start at 9:15 and end at 11:15 each morning. This is 15 minutes prior to the majority of the other programs on the mountain. This allows us to get on the lift earlier, get into lunch before the lines throw, and also allow parents to get from our meeting place to the others. Our hope was not to confuse things, but to actually make things easier. We start the afternoon at 12:30 and end at 2:30, again 15 minutes prior to the others. Groups, they are pretty well set by now, although there may be a few shuffles still. We group racers by age and fit more than skill level in many cases. All kids learn very similar tasks, and so having kids with friends and in groups that work together is more important than the specific abilities of the racers. Our coaches are shown how to help all kids at all levels in their groups. There are two races, one on Sunday and one on a Saturday. Everyone is invited to both races no matter what day they train on. The Sunday race happens to be on the 29th of January, next weekend, but I'll talk more about that later. Kids to Lot 3. We are fine with doing this, but please let us know. I've asked the coaches to get word from adult if they do, they should help ensure kids get to the right place. But if they do not hear from an adult, I ask them to bring the kids back to the regular meeting place. A phrase I suspect you might hear during the course of this winter is great athletes possess great skills, great tactics, and great character. Why this motto? Well, because it makes sense, and kids seem to actually understand the simple yet important message it delivers. But I also made a point of following this because I believe that while sports is an ideal place to learn character-based lessons, far too often it doesn't happen because those lessons are not truly taught. They are assumed to be learned, but it only takes a glance around the professional sporting ranks to see that oftentimes character lessons never get learned. I want to make sure that we actively teach those lessons. And just like I dream that kids have the skills and knowledge to ski any mountain in the world, I hope they also learn lessons that will help them conquer any mountain life presents with them. In practice, this means that there's a new skill, a new tactic, and a new character lesson that we teach each week. The majority of time is spent on the skills, as one would expect. A small amount of time is then spent on tactics, and all of this is wrapped in a character-based lesson plan. The skills we will teach consist of the following. These are based on a combination of ideas from the U.S. Ski Team Coaches Association and PSIA, Professional Ski Instructors of America. The tactical lessons we will teach consist of the following. Tactics go far beyond the course, and proper cognitive approaches to skiing in different situations will be part of our junior skiers' development. The character areas we will discuss consist of these. Well, one more thing, race day. The Sunday race is actually next week. All racers, whether you ski on Saturday or Sunday, are welcome. You register at taskskiteam.org. Please sign up ahead of time. It makes life much easier for the volunteers over there. We will send out a race day flyer with updates and ideas for next week. One more thing. We do not have regular training on race days. Aside from logistics of having coaches in two different places, this race is simply a very useful tool in the progress of a skier. Well, that is all. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, be sure to ask any of your coaches.